Hello, my name is Bill White, and I'm here to introduce a fascinating video by Dr. Oz on pulse electromagnetic field therapy. Now, Dr. Oz is going to focus specifically on a very helpful therapy for the reduction of pain, but my purpose in my research was actually twofold. Number one was how to get a significantly better, consistent good night's sleep, and second was pain reduction. Now, significant studies have shown us that a really good night's sleep, sound REM sleep, the deeper the longer, does strengthen our immune system. And before I continue, I do want you to know I'm not a doctor. I am just a passionate person who has researched thousands and thousands of hours on the human body, chronic illnesses, terminal illnesses, and pain, and researching the last 100 years of developments, Western medicine, alternative, natural, homeopathic. And so today, I don't want anything to be construed as medical advice. I'm not a doctor. The information is really my personal experience and the result of my research, and I hope it is helpful as you research for whatever condition that you may have. So continuing, you are encouraged specifically to consult your own doctor concerning your own medical situation and condition. And by continuing to watch this video, you take full responsibility for any actions that you may take. Thank you. So, Dr. Oz's program is entitled A Revolutionary Therapy for Pain. But let me tell you a little bit why he says it's a revolutionary therapy. In an article written by Dr. Maria Kohert on February 13th, 2019 in Medical News Today, it says that sleep can boost your immune system. It says researchers have found and demonstrated the importance of a good night's quality sleep time and time again, showing that a solid night's sleep can contribute to many aspects of both physical and mental well-being. One new study explains that sleep impacts directly the proper functioning of our immune system and boosts certain particular cells. So getting a good night's quality sleep is extremely essential if we want to stay healthy and function well during the day. Additional research has shown that a good night's sleep significantly reduces your sensitivity to pain, and conversely, a poor night's sleep increases your sensitivity to pain. Another study recently conducted by a team from the University of Tübingen, Germany, found a specific mechanism linking the functioning of the immune system T cells that were turbo boosted after consistent good night sleeps. In my case, due to a 2002 triple disc fusion surgery that had many significant complications, arthritis has set up all up and down the surgery site. I have 2 7-inch titanium rods, a titanium plate, 6 titanium screws, significant disc degeneration above and below the surgery site. I've lived with chronic pain for over 20 years. And so I was very interested in any pain relief. And then to complicate matters first, when I was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal prostate cancer in June of 2019, an improperly administered high-resolution MRI caused me to spasm violently in the tunnel for 25 minutes, dislodging my L2 disc a 1/4 inch to the left. I had major surgery scheduled, which I was looking forward to, and it has been postponed twice due to COVID. So I've been a little bit desperate to find something to help reduce my pain, and also because whenever I move during the night, the pain wakes me up. And so I've been getting not very good night sleep. So I began researching specifically pulsed electromagnetic field therapy and various devices known as vascular therapy. On June 21, I began using and purchased a pulsed electromagnetic field therapy device called a beamer. And you'll see this in the Dr. Oz video. It's actually adjacent to it. And what I experienced in the first couple of weeks was not that much. You use it 8 minutes in the morning and 8 minutes at night. You're getting your body used to that frequency. But beginning in the 4th week, when I began the sleep program, from the very first night, I had the most incredible sleep of my life. First of all, I have an enlarged prostate. That isn't going anywhere. And due to that one condition alone, I typically wake up anywhere from 3 to 5 times to use the restroom. That night, I only woke up once. That alone was a miracle. And I woke up the next morning feeling so much more refreshed. About the 4th or 5th night, I woke up and I pulled my legs around, and all of a sudden I realized I don't feel any pain right now. That has never happened to me in over 20 years. And what I can tell you is for weeks and weeks and weeks now, almost 2 full months, I have experienced the best pain reduction in over 20 years. I still need major back surgery, but my mornings are completely different, and I am getting consistent best sleep of my life through this wonderful technology and the particular device that I'll give you more details on. So I want to summarize by saying I sleep better, I wake up much less, and I wake up more refreshed than at any other time in my life. Number 2, I wake up with significantly less pain. Didn't happen overnight. It was really in the 4th week, which was the first week of the sleep mode for me, that I really began to see a pain reduction. And it's kind of plateaued off, but I have really good mornings now, and for that I am extremely grateful. And lastly, and most emphatically and empirically, I have been cancer-free for 19 months due to a 12-part natural path cancer disease resolve and address protocol I pieced together. And I've hovered around a PSA of 0.06, 0.05, in that range now for the last 6 to 9 months. And I'm doing the same protocol. I'm continuing to do it. And in the last 8 to 10 weeks, the only difference that I did is I bought a beamer, began doing this pulse electromagnetic field therapy device. This last week, when I had my test, my PSA came back less than 0.01. And the only thing different that I've done in my life in this last 10 to 12 weeks is the purchase of this device, getting the best sleep of my life, living with less pain. Less pain is less stress. Stress is the universal feeder of all cancer. So now we're going to take a look at the Dr. Oz video, and then I'll come back with some additional comments. Thank you.
Heal your chronic pain. No pills, no surgery.
Today, we are changing the practice of medicine.
The new invisible treatment your doctor hasn't heard of.
It builds a magnetic field around you, going deep into your body.
Is this the revolutionary cure you've been waiting for?
Are these things for real?
This is new cutting-edge research.
Dr. Oz investigates.
This is how we're going to change medicine together.
Next.
Thank you very much. I am more excited about this show than any other we have done this season, because today we are changing the practice of medicine, and you get the help. Now, if you've tried everything to ease your back pain, your neck pain, foot pain, arthritis pain, then this is the show for you. There's a revolutionary cure for pain that few doctors know about, because it's not a new pill or surgery. It uses moving magnets, energy waves that change the way your body copes with pain. Wait till you see what we found. You may not realize it, and you certainly can't feel it, but inside each of us is a raging electrical storm. A biological whirlwind that controls every cell, every nerve, every muscle, every thought. How you experience pleasure, and even how you experience pain. What if you could harness this powerful force field inside of you to feel better, sleep longer, and most miraculous of all, ease your chronic aches and pains? That's the promise of magnetic therapy, which uses the power of magnetic energy to redirect electrical impulses to the areas where you feel pain, so relief and healing can begin. The FDA has already cleared pulse magnetic therapy for fusing broken bones, treating severe untreatable depression, and now to treat post-operative pain and swelling. It sounds like science fiction, but is magnetic therapy for real? Are we finally on the brink of a whole new frontier to reduce, even erase, your pain? Now, just to be clear, we are not talking about static magnets like the kind you stick on the fridge. This is pulsed electromagnetic fields. It's pulsing, moving energy. So Dr. James Dillard is a world-class pain specialist who practiced with me at New York Presbyterian Hospital for many years. So Dr. Dillard, are these things for real? I mean, how can magnetic therapies help ease pain?
Because the electromagnets actually affect the nerve cells. Nerve cells are electrical cells, and the magnetic fields can actually affect how the nerves fire and quiet them down without using drugs that most people are used to, and increase circulation in the area and aid the healing.
This is really important. I want you to understand it well. Here's what researchers say magnetic fields are doing inside the body. Inside this mat, there are electrical coils. And when electricity passes through there, it creates a magnetic field that moves through the body. And it whispers. There's 75 trillion cells in your body. And it goes deep into your body, places where sports screens and heating pads could never reach. For example, down around the spine, where that red, angry area is. Now, the magnetic field turns on, and when it does it, it activates these ions, these charged particles. And there are proteins in there, and there are signals in there, stirs these things up, and these charged particles bring in nutrients, but they also begin to influence things like blood supply. Now, when the blood vessels are going in here, the red blood cells are actually stacked. See, they're stacked like that? They're not supposed to be stacked. When they're irritated, that happens. So when you pass magnetic fields through there, that yellow line, it opens up the blood vessel, it breaks apart these red cells. They're not stacked like coins, so you can get deep healing, better oxygen supply, so the healing process takes place. You don't just feel better, you are better. And that's an important advance for us, one that we haven't been really practicing until today, because today we're going to change that.
As a police officer, the pain impacted me tremendously. Trying to get in and out of the car, trying to deal with offenders. It's hard to do that type of job when you're in that kind of extreme back pain. The pain started 10 years ago. It was very bad, to the point where I couldn't function as a human being. I would be laying on the floor trying to do every kind of stretching. I would have to call into work, sit home, lay on the floor with ice on my back. It was bad. I tried chiropractors, medicine, and nothing seemed to work. Then I started researching online everything to do with back pain. And the one that struck my eye was electromagnetic therapy. As soon as I got the machine, I remember opening it up, I immediately plugged it in. I was in less pain from just one treatment. I woke up the next day and I started hitting it 3 times a day. Within 6 to 8 weeks, the pain was gone. I have no pain today at all.
So what, Mike, welcome to the show. So how is life different now that you've tried these magnetic therapies?
It's tremendously different. Pain-free, completely.
You're kidding me.
No.
BEMER is a biophysical application that activates the body's own powers of self-healing. A unique impulse is sent to the body, where it enables a multifaceted influence on the entire organism. In this way, BEMER helps to maintain health and support healing. Comprehensive efficacy is ensured, particularly due to the influence of the BEMER signal on the so-called microcirculation of the blood in the body. For its part, microcirculation is extremely important in the functioning of the entire organism. It is known as the main road of health.
Microcirculation in the human body is where cells are nurtured and disposed of, more specifically via the smallest vessels, the so-called capillaries. If a person's microcirculation area were to be spread out, It would cover an area as large as 2 football fields. It's that large. But then again, our bodies contain 70 to 90 billion cells, which must be nourished, nurtured, and disposed of. If changes take place here, disorders in microcirculation, this can eventually also lead to pathological conditions, as the body is no longer able to compensate for certain elements and can no longer handle certain regulation processes.
One of the best-known experts on the subject of microcirculation is Dr. Rainer Klopp. As head of the Institute for Microcirculation and erstwhile chief physician at the Charité Berlin, he has been involved in research into these minute blood vessels for many years. Clinical studies show that BEMER is effective. The reason that BEMER is effective is explained by Dr. Klopp's extensive insights into the minuscule world of microcirculation. Blood travels through many vessel branches that taper constantly into all the organs, where the blood vessels branch into the rich networks of blood capillaries. These capillaries then join together again to permit the return of the blood. The transit section for the exchange of substances between blood and body cells can be found in the capillary area. At the start of the approximately 1 millimeter long capillaries, water is pressed into the tissue, ensuring that nutrients are transported from the blood plasma to the body cells. At the end of the capillaries, water returns from the tissue into the capillaries, taking with it waste products from the cell exchange for disposal. The oxygen required for the combustion processes in the cells enters the tissue by means of diffusion from the red blood cells. At the same time, the red blood cells are loaded with carbon dioxide, which is expelled into the lungs, the performance capacity of the organs and the entire organism. As a result, the state of our health is dependent to a significant extent on the adaptation of the organ blood supply to the metabolic requirements of the organ tissue in each case. That is, on the regulation of the blood supply. This occurs mainly as a result of various rhythmic lumen changes to the extremely small blood vessels that are located directly before and behind the capillary networks. In a similar manner to sluice gates in an irrigation channel, the blood supply to an organ is adapted to different metabolic requirements of the organ tissue when the body is at rest or at work. Where this regulation is restricted or even impaired, this results in reduced of even pathologically modified organ functions. This is where the BEMER system can help in that specific, biorhythmically defined stimulation of the blood supply regulation is activated.
It can be said without exaggeration, the BEMER system represents a groundbreaking innovation for modern preventative medicine. It is the most effective and, at the same time, the best researched physical treatment method currently available to us.
The effect of BEMER can be seen in this technical recording of the tiniest capillaries. After just 2 minutes of BEMER treatment, the blood flow has improved considerably. This effect occurs throughout the organism. As a result, it is easy to understand why BEMER helps in the treatment of a wide variety of illnesses.
Well, I hope you found the Dr. Oz video and the attached BEMER video as fascinating as I did to help explain this extraordinary technology. The BEMER company in each area, I try to find the best from a customer service, from a company stability, from a quality of manufacture, etc. They have their units in over 4,000 hospitals throughout Europe. Over 1,500,000 consumers are currently enjoying the benefits of this device. And all I can tell you, it has worked absolutely tremendously for me. They have a patented sleep mode, which is the thing that I think is at the core of their particular breakthrough in their application of pulse electromagnetic field therapy. And so now what I'd like to do is help you with a little bit more information for your research. The last point I'd like to make is one of the other things that they've been able to achieve through really unique pulses that again are patented for them is on average increasing oxygen to every cell in your body by about 30% through your capillaries. Now that doesn't happen all at once. It happens gradually and slowly over time, but that Increased oxygen is another reason for the boosting of the immune system beside the good sleep. It also, by boosting the amount of oxygen that reaches every cell, also helps in the elimination of waste. And all this will be in my upcoming book, Become a Cancer Conqueror. And now you can see instructional videos and all kinds of wonderful other helpful aids on the website, conquering-cancer.org. So now on your screen, you're going to see some very helpful aids. You'll see a website. You'll see my email address and phone number. Please feel free to call me with any questions that you might have. May God bless you, and may this information aid you in your research so that you too can enjoy a really good night's sleep and experience pain reduction. So now on the screen, you're going to see this URL, and what you should do is copy down that URL. You're going to put that into your Google or whatever screen on your laptop or device, and that is going to take you to the Beamer website with all kinds of wonderful information, and you're going to scroll down to the Visit Online Store link. You're going to click on that link, and that's going to pull up another screen, and you're going to scroll down and you're going to click on Home Edition. That is the particular device that I'm recommending. It has a mat that just goes nicely underneath your bottom sheet. So that's where you just lay on your bed, do 8 minutes in the morning, 8 minutes at night, and after 3 weeks you can begin to use the sleep mode where you just put the time you want to wake up, and it does it with the screen off all night long, actually 2 hours putting you into a deep REM sleep, and then 2 hours before you wake up, in the background, it wakes you up and brings you out of that deep sleep. So usually I wake up about 5 minutes before my alarm clock, refreshed and energized like I've never been before. So anyway, you go to that, click on that Home Edition. That'll bring you up to another screen. You'll scroll down, and on the right-hand side, you'll see another photo of the Home Edition, and you're going to click on that, and it's going to bring up a screen and show you all the things that are included in the Home Edition, which is the main pieces is a mat that goes underneath your bottom sheet, a controller device that fits very easily and nicely on your bedside table, and then you're going to click Buy, and then it'll walk you through that buying process. Again, you can email me or call me if you have any instructions, and I appreciate your watching this video. Again, I hope it's helpful, and please visit conquering-cancer.org to get more information on wonderful protocols that may aid you in whatever may be ailing you. Again, Bill White, God bless. Thank you.